away, you know, as well. So it's completely safe, pretty much. There's no risk. Now there is somewhat of like a risk to doing this. So,
I mean, you can still call an assist, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You can beam cancel backwards too. That's an option. You just have to RPS now. It's not just like, oh, he blocked my 2H, whatever. Like unlike every other character, basically.
Absolutely.
Okay. Next.
So moving on. The unrestrained will, okay? Yeah, this move was kind of annoying. And again, not really too much of a risk. I mean, there was a risk, but now there's a big risk, okay? The increased startup and landing recovery for it. So if you can run us through that one, apologies.
So go for it. Sorry.
Yeah, basically, it went from the startup when it activates, right? It was 25 frames before, now it's 30. Makes it way easier to 2H on reaction. Like, you had to be like out of your mind to like just 2H it on reaction point blank. It was possible before, but it was really hard. Now it's way easier. If you block it, it's now -30 as opposed to 20. So way more like time. You don't have to like play the counter RPS where he like super counters and cancels his unrestrained will as much. You don't have to deal with that as much anymore, and it's way weaker now.
I'm so happy about this.
Honestly, the fact that he could just do this for no meter cost anyway was crazy. But now there's a risk to it. So okay, moving on. Embodied light. Yes,
that is 214H by the way. This is what embodied light is.
Let's go.
Reduce horizontal range of the grounded version of embodied light. So you know when you're just putting him in a block string and like, or he's just dashing up and just throwing it out or whatever. Now like that range is kind of nerfed, right? So that's a nice change.
So the biggest change by far is the range on it is much less. So that means you can backdash it. You can backdash it.
Oh, that's
good.
You can't do 2 in a row.
It's such a huge change, man.
Yeah.
Very
Backdash
nice.
with punish, easy punish. You get a fat punish too. It's great.
Godly Strike, the increased damage scaling on Godly Strike and reduce its damage when there's no camera effect. It's the 214 light, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's the exact change?
So basically, it's no longer a medium starter. If you ever got hit by the Godly Strike, it's like the 2 and 4L where he just flips around, becomes like plus on block. That move, if you ever got hit out of like your jump startup because you're trying to avoid the command grab or whatever, you got hit by it, you got TOD'd. It sucked. Like it did so much damage if you got hit by it.
Yeah.
And now the base damage, like when it doesn't like consume the smash, is 400, and it's basically an L button starter. Like combo is way less. It's really good change, so you don't explode for getting hit by his like plus move.
Yeah, it's so wild. Like that needed to be changed. A big one here.
West Coast Sticks.
Yes, this is the best one. A assist and Rise and Heat are now only invincible to jumping attacks. So now you have to think. You can't just mash it. You have to think. Adjusted the Rise and Heat properties is now no longer an invincible move.
Cosmic
so
share.
No longer invincible. It's an anti-air, guys, as it should be. Okay, this move was silly.
The change is also for the assist as well, as you can see. It's also on point and assist.
Yeah.
It is now only head invul. So the 2-2S it's not full body invul as the assist as well. So like the assist
still good,
usability is way worse. Way worse.
That's still good, man. That's still in the air. Like you get hit by this in the air a lot. But moving to the next, this is level 1 increased landing recovery. So you can finally get to actually get towards him after you block a level 1.
Yeah. They added 10 more frames of recovery after doing his super. Just make it easier to punish, because it should be easy to punish.
So as you can see, guys, good amount of changes for UI Goku. Let's go. Shoutouts to UI Goku players. Listen, I think the character is still very strong, man. He's still got like a 214H that's safe and everything. He's just like not gonna be able to abuse as much.
Little less.
Yeah, let's be honest. He needed a bit more of a risk added to it, because it was all reward before, no risk. But now there is somewhat of a risk to doing his stuff, which is required, to be honest. So
I love it. Up next is Kid Buu.
Woo!
Kid Buu's nerf.
Let's go.
So here is Kid Buu's nerfs. Kid Buu's nerfs is that his level 1 and level 3 scaled have been nerfed. So both of them. So the ground one, when scaled, used to do 785. It now does 700. The air one used to do 805. It now does 713. So that's 85, like to remove. And the level 3 went from 1,700 to 1,610. So that's like about like 80 to 90 damage removal from his scaled level 1 and 3s. Not a massive change, but just a, like a bit less.
Less
The
damage.
reason I love this change, the Kibu players, they've been complaining a lot about how the character just tickles you. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage. You're doing even less damage now, so that's too bad.
There you go.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Next! This one is massive, man. GT Goku.
This is a big change, to be honest.
His assist, his A assist, increased the startup of the A assists.
There's still nothing there. It's not season 2 anymore, guys.
And I'm just gonna show you this in game. Watch the frames. That is 40 higher frames. That is Blue Vegeta's A assist. That is Vegeta's Big Bang attack. 4 frames.
That's an extra, right?
That's an extra 10.
Yeah, extra frames, yeah. Way more startup.
He's playing neutral.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. I think Damascus will show frame advantages on block. Is the biggest change to it by far. I mean, the startup is probably the large part about it, but the frame advantage is now plus 22 instead of plus 30. Way less block stun.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, it's huge nerf.
2 seasons too late, guys. You should have done this a while ago.
Yeah, it's better late than never.
That is a few seasons too late, but what kind of, that's the one. And next, very small changes after this, so it's like very small. So you got Android 21, which is adjusted damage scaling on on the C assist to match the rating from other characters. Quality of life. Beerus, quality of life as well, which crouching unique attack would behave strangely. I'm actually not this refers to, but it's small bug fix. And the assist not returned either during the time freeze where the ghost section just did same, like small bugs. And changes for Super Baby Isle. So I adjusted the movement's medium version of the assist, so you see that he's about to call the medium the lights. That is actually pretty good. On this one, and his up to kick is now effective to decrease in attack time, so that's like different hit stun. Apology, man.
Yeah, it was so in Ultimate Battle he had like an infinite, and I think now that's like it doesn't actually really mean much for his actual like regular gameplay. You can't do dive kick over and over in all battle mode.
Yeah. Right, that's that's pretty much all is for today's patch notes, guys. As you can see, hit UI Goku. I mean, finally by time maybe soon we'll realize that Z really exists, but that's gonna be, I don't know. But the UI Goku has been, well, normalized. I won't say nerfed.
Yeah.
I like saying normalized for this kind of situation
He got
because
nerfed, bro. You can say it.
Because
he got nerfed.
yeah,
Yeah, he got nerfed.